Are you feeling guilty because you can't do the underwater treadmill post TPLO? Well, today I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of the underwater treadmill and let you know your dog is going to do just fine without it. Welcome to Canine Wellness Online. I'm Tania Costa. You just came back from the vet, you had your stitches out, and your vet just told you that you should do the underwater treadmill. Today we're going to debunk that theory about the underwater treadmill being the be-all and end-all and give you, the pet owner, the information you need to make an informed decision for your dog. So let's talk about the pros. I'm not going to lie, it is a lot of fun for both you and your dog. And let's face it, your dog's been on crate rest for 2 weeks now, and you're going crazy and he's going crazy. And the underwater treadmill is a way for your dog to get some exercise without having to worry about putting too much weight on the leg. So let's talk about what it's great for. The underwater treadmill helps decrease inflammation, increase circulation, and provides strengthening of the surgical leg. But here's the thing. In order to strengthen your dog's leg, you have to go and do the underwater treadmill more than one time a week. And let's face it, you spent $10,000 on TPLO surgery, and now you got to dump in another $100, depending on where you live, to do it once or twice a week. That certainly adds up. Now, I'm really not trying to poo-poo the whole underwater treadmill thing, because I did do it for 15 years. And it does have a place. For instance, if your dog has arthritis in another joint, or perhaps the other knee is partially torn, it's a great way to try and help your dog along because they have another injury somewhere else. Or perhaps you have a young, crazy dog that you can't keep calm with even trazodone. Then this may be a safe environment for your dog to be in with somebody who knows what they're doing and can help them along the way. So now let's talk about some of the cons, of which there are many. I'm going to preface this with a little tidbit of information. Research, actually. And when they looked at dogs that did the underwater treadmill, the dogs at 8 weeks that did the underwater treadmill plus home exercises did about 12% better. However, the dogs at 6 months, there was no difference. So what does that tell you? I don't need to tell you that. So going back to the cons. What if you live far away from the nearest rehab facility? You're not going to drive 3 hours to go for an appointment once or twice or 3 times a week. Or better yet, what if your dog hates water? I certainly see enough patients here that have dogs that absolutely hate the water. And then there's skin issues. I've seen way too many dogs that react to the chlorine and had clients that tell me their dog stinks for a week after the session because of the chlorine. And then the dogs that shake their head a lot in the water and then get ear infections. That is certainly no fun to deal with. And what about brachiocephalic breeds, or the dogs that have the pushed in noses? Those ones you have to be extra careful because they can aspirate the water and after the session can become very ill. So I guess what I'm saying in a nutshell is you don't need to do the underwater treadmill. If you do home exercises at home, and it would be beneficial if you could find someone close by that has a low-level laser, we know from research that this alone will give your dog one of the best recoveries without the use of an underwater treadmill.